Hey, this is Jody from FoodStorageMadeEasy.net. Today we have another video in our how-to series of helpful things around the house. And we're going to be talking about how to change a tire in a car. We realized we bought this van about 18 months ago, and this is the car I mostly drive, and I have no idea how to change a tire, let alone anything in here. I even asked my husband as we were about to do the video if it even has a donut, and he said, I actually don't know. I guess we'll find out. So we're gonna go look at that, see what kind of tools we have in here, and he's gonna show me how to change a tire.
So the first place to look for a donut obviously is in the back of the car. Sometimes a lot of cars will have a removable panel. Ours does not, so as you can see, the donut's not there. Couldn't really fit a donut through that door, and this door is where all of the tools and stuff are. So we've got our jack, and the wrench and everything is probably included in that, so we can take that off. But you can see that there's no donut. Looking around further, we actually found where the donut was, and we'll show you that in just a moment.
What's that thing you unscrewed?
It's just a little wing nut.
Oh, to get that out?
Yeah, so here's all of the toolkit for removing the tire. And then our donut, we discovered, is actually underneath here, and it's just held on there with
I don't see it.
a little bolt and nut. So
Here.
I have to see how to get it off.
Okay, now I can see it.
Trying to figure out how it comes off, so I don't know.
So if I'm stranded on the side of the road, this is what I get to do?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we found some instructions, fortunately, and it shows the way to detach the donut, apparently, is to take this little screw thing and stick it in the end of the van right here, which is right here. So we're going to do that.
Just turn it.
Turn it. That donut should be coming down.
Oh, I see it.
See it coming down?
That's a lot easier than from underneath.
Yes, it certainly is. Oh, would that have been nice to know, huh? But there it is. Okay, there's part one. You just raise them by turning them like this. And a lot of times, I mean, you've got so far to go that sometimes you might want to do it by hand until you get to a part of the car that will lift. It's made to go in the pinched metal on the edge of the car. You can also put it on a suspension component, in which case I will put it right here. You have to find a part of the car basically that's made to carry the weight of the car, otherwise it won't be strong enough. And then what we're going to do is go like this, turn it, and usually it's actually not very hard. It's working pretty nicely. Before I raise it up all of the way, one thing that you do want to do, because you'll either have to put on a brake or something before removing the lug nuts, because if you're going to start removing nuts, the wheel will actually start to turn as you do this. So what you want to do is loosen the nuts before you go the rest of the way. Now these work just like any other nuts. It's just going to be loose going this direction towards me. So once you've got the iron on there, I've found the easiest way, because a lot of times these are very hard to turn. They're tightened on from the factory or from your car shop. The easiest way to do it is to get a foot on there, if there's enough space, and then to pull up just like that, and that'll get them loose. Okay, so I'll show you that again. Also, when you're doing lug nuts, all the shops will tell you that you want to do it in a star pattern so that you don't release too much tension on any part of the wheel all at once. So since I started there, I'll come to this one next here, and they should all be essentially loose enough that you can get them off the rest of the way with your hands. Okay. Then once you've got it that far, you're going to need to raise the car a little further, so we will do that. So that the wheel comes off the ground. Okay, perfect. There we go. So using your fingers the rest of the way, Gonna be a lot faster than using that tool. You may find that the last one doesn't want to turn if you just put a little bit of pressure on the tire. It's just kind of hanging there, so it pushes on that last nut. If you just do that, get it off, then off comes the tire. Roll it out of the way. And you can grab your donut. Get the donut, put it onto the bolts. And then you're going just the reverse. Get the nuts back on there. Since I don't really want to have to go through the hassle of lowering this again, the rear wheels will lock in place with the parking brake. So I'm going to go ahead and put our parking brake on to lock that wheel in place so I can tighten it. So with a rear tire, the parking brake keeps the tire locked in place, so you see it's not moving now. For the front brakes, if you don't want to have to lower the car back down to put some weight on the wheel so it doesn't turn, you can have somebody just hold the front brake pedal while you're tightening these. But then you just have to give them a real good tightening down. Again, we're going to use the star pattern, so the next bolt I'm going to do is this one. And the donut's done. It's in place. And we can lower the car back down and try to get to a service station because you don't want to leave those on too long.
Okay, so I'm gonna try undoing it to see if I'll actually be able to do this in real life as we put our regular tire back on. So you said to put your foot on it?
Yeah. There you go. And that just gives you more leverage. Trying to do it with just your arms will, one, hurt your back, and two, be a lot harder. It's a lot easier putting your foot on it. Good work on the star pattern. She's doing this in heels, as you can see.
Hey, they're cute.
Short heels, but heels.
When I'm out on the road,
you can do this.
I would probably be in something like this. Oh, that makes me tired. Shut up.
Looks like you've got them off.
Do these.
Yeah, and then you just hand loosen those. Okay, here Jody's gonna pick this thing up and put it back on.
It's a little heavier than I like.
It is a little easier to take them off than put them on.
I've been lifting weights.
Stop.
Can't do it.
Can't line it up?
No. It's too heavy.
Too dark in there?
It's too heavy. Okay, I can't. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
So the tire was a little heavy for me to put back on, but luckily I won't be putting the big tire on. So now I'm just trying to lower the jack using these little X thing. It takes long. I'm learning.
As soon as the weight is fully back on the wheel, the jack will loosen.
It's just annoying now.
Okay, pull it out. You might be able to do it. Don't whack yourself in the face or anything.
I can't get it out.
Just bang it on the ground with the other side down. No.
Like what?
Bang, like take the other part.
Like
Take that part, put the point down, and hit it on the ground. And hit the point so that the point pops out. Did it come loose?
No. Stuck this thing, man.
Here.
I'll just edit that part out.
There. Okay, there you go.
Shut up. Oh, now it's loose. I didn't even need to.
Oh, it was loose. Okay. So when the jack comes loose from underneath the car, when it has some play in it, you know that the vehicle's weight is back on the wheel. You can remove the jack, then you can hand turn the jack back together. That is.
Okay, well hopefully you learned something new, because I definitely did. So just check out our blog at foodstoragemade-easy.net for more how-to videos to learn how to do these things around the house that all women and men should know how to do.